Before we dive into the astonishing world of wartime pigeons, I want you to do two things. Hit that subscribe button and comment below with your favorite World War II story. These birds were not just messengers. They were the unsung operatives whose flights literally decided the fate of battles. Today, we're uncovering 7 secrets about these feathered soldiers. Secrets that will give you a whole new perspective on intelligence, survival, and strategy during one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. This is a guide for serious history buffs and survival enthusiasts who want real insights, not just trivia. Pigeons were faster than any battlefield radio and could save lives instantly. During World War II, communication was a matter of life and death. Radios could be intercepted, codes could be broken, and runners could be captured. Pigeons, however, offered a silent, reliable, and nearly unstoppable alternative. Trained homing pigeons were able to carry microfilm, maps, and written messages across hundreds of kilometers at speeds that outpaced even the fastest ground couriers. The most remarkable case was that of a pigeon named Cher Ami, who delivered a critical message for the Lost Battalion in 1918, though the lesson carried into World War II. For modern survivalists or reenactors, studying these methods reveals how redundancy in communication, whether with birds, signals, or secure messengers, can prevent catastrophic failure when technology is compromised. One can practice by planning redundant communication strategies for survival scenarios, mirroring how these pigeons were used to maintain operational integrity. Pigeons could evade detection in ways human messengers never could. Enemy lines in World War II were heavily monitored, and any movement across them carried immense risk. Pigeons, flying high above trenches and battlefields, were invisible to conventional surveillance. German and Allied forces alike relied on these birds to carry messages without alerting the opposition. In practical terms, this shows the importance of stealth and mobility in intelligence operations. For survivalists, the lesson is clear, low-profile, high-efficiency methods can secure critical information or resources when obvious paths are too dangerous. One could replicate this by creating discrete, multipath communication networks for critical group coordination in survival scenarios. Pigeons were trained with military precision, showing the power of repetition and reinforcement. Every military pigeon underwent rigorous training. Trainers use controlled distances, gradual exposure to hostile environments, and repetition to build reliability. This wasn't random. It was methodical, using techniques that are still studied today in animal behavior and survivalist strategy. For enthusiasts, this illustrates the value of practice under realistic conditions. If you were to implement a modern version of this lesson, it could be training with low-tech survival communication tools like signal mirrors or coded flags, repeatedly and under stress, to ensure that under pressure the tools perform exactly as needed. Pigeons could, carry multiple messages using some rather innovative techniques. During the Second World War, military pigeons weren't limited to just a single note. Tiny capsules attached to their legs could transport microfilms, encrypted messages, or even in emergencies, small medical supplies. The ingenuity of this simple delivery system allowed armies to, bypass entire logistical challenges. Now, translating this into modern survival tactics, the lesson here is really about maximizing efficiency with minimal resources. You might practice by creating lightweight multipurpose kits or secure message systems that let critical information or supplies be moved safely, without overburdening the carrier. Whether that's a person, a drone, or even perhaps a modern homing bird project for educational purposes. Some pigeons were awarded medals, proving their impact was battlefield-defining. The military didn't just deploy pigeons, it celebrated them. Cher Ami, G.I. Joe, and other remarkable birds were awarded medals for bravery, recognition usually reserved for soldiers. This highlights that intelligence isn't always human and that adaptability and courage can come in unexpected forms. Survivalists can take this as a lesson in valuing every resource at their disposal and not dismissing unconventional methods. Sometimes the most effective tools or strategies are overlooked precisely because they don't fit traditional molds. Pigeons survived extreme conditions, teaching lessons in resilience and adaptability. Homing pigeons faced extreme weather, gunfire and starvation while completing their missions. Their ability to persevere under pressure was not luck. It was conditioning, instinct and trust in training. For those studying survival, there's a direct analogy. Resilience under stress is often the difference between success and failure. Incorporating this into personal survival planning means preparing for redundancy, practicing under simulated extreme conditions, and always having contingency plans, whether for navigation, communication, or emergency extraction. Pigeons could transmit critical intelligence that directly changed the outcome of battles. Perhaps the most profound secret of all is that pigeon-delivered messages didn't just inform commanders, they altered history. In multiple campaigns, messages carried by pigeons led to timely reinforcements, evacuation orders, or strategic retreats that saved hundreds, sometimes thousands of lives. From a historical perspective, understanding this reveals how small, often overlooked elements can have a disproportionate effect on large events. For modern enthusiasts, the takeaway is the power of precise, timely action based on accurate intelligence. In practice, this could mean planning escape routes, storing caches, or even coding survival signals so that in a crisis, small precise actions prevent catastrophe. As we close this exploration of 7 WWII Pigeon secrets that decided battles before they began, consider the broader lesson. Intelligence, resourcefulness, and adaptability win wars, often in unexpected ways. These birds remind us that survival isn't always about brute force. It's about strategy, precision, and leveraging every available advantage. Whether you're a historian seeking deeper understanding or a survival enthusiast building practical skills, there's immense value in studying these feathered operatives. If this guide enriched your understanding and sparked new ideas, subscribe to Wartime Survival for more in-depth insights into wartime history and survival tactics. Share this video with fellow history enthusiasts and comment below with which pigeon story you found most astonishing. Every story, every secret, has a lesson waiting for those ready to learn and apply it.